At 21, he faced a battlefield where every second decided life or death and became a legend. December 1971, the Battle of Basantar. A freezing night, fields mined, the air thick with tension. Indian forces are pushing forward, trying to secure a bridgehead. But across the battlefield, Pakistani armored regiments are preparing a massive counterattack. And in the middle of it all, a young officer, Second Lieutenant Arun Khetarpal, 21 years old. He had been in the army barely for 6 months. No long combat experiences, no time to learn slowly. Only one reality, the war had arrived. As enemy tanks began advancing, Khetrapal and his troops from the Pune Horse Regiment were ordered forward. The ground ahead was dangerous. Mines, artillery fire, uncertainty at every step. But hesitation wasn't an option. Inside his tank, Famagista, just steel, heat and the heartbeat. And outside, chaos. As described in the stories of Valour and the Indian Army battle accounts, Khetrapal drove straight into the fire. Enemy tanks emerged through the haze, closer and closer. Orders crackled over the radio. Explosions lit up the battlefield. And then the first engagement. Khetrapal didn't wait. He fired. One enemy tank destroyed, then another and another. Each shot precise, each decision final. But the enemy wasn't retreating. They were closing in. At one point, his corps commander ordered him to pull back. His tank had been hit, flames beginning to rise, the risk undeniable. But Khetrapal's reply would become legendary. No sir, I will not abandon my tank. My gun is working and I will get these bastards.
Arun, your tank is on fire. Pull back and put it out. Arun said, sir, my gun is still operative. I'll handle these bastards. I'm staying where I am.
A 21-year-old choosing duty over survival. He continued fighting, engaging enemy armor at dangerously close range, holding the line almost alone, until the final moment. A direct hit. His tank engulfed in flames, but by then he had destroyed multiple enemy tanks and stopped the counterattack. The bridgehead was secure, the mission successful. He gave his life, but saved countless others. His story has been retold in military records, in books like Story of Valour, and immortalized on screen in films like Ikkis. But no film can truly capture that moment, that decision, that courage. What makes someone stay when every instinct says run? It's not the absence of fear, it's clarity. A sense of responsibility so strong that it silences everything else. Khetrapal wasn't fearless, he was focused on his mission, on his men, on something bigger than himself. And maybe that's the lesson for us. Courage isn't loud, it's a decision. Discipline prepares you for moments you cannot predict. And in life's toughest battles, what you choose in seconds defines you forever. At 21, he didn't just fight a war. He defined what it means to lead under fire. So ask yourself, when your moment comes, will you step forward or step back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Leadership isn't about control, it's about clarity under pressure. This is Leadership Under Fire, where seconds define history. And next is the story of one soldier who stood alone against an entire force in the World War II. And if this story made you think differently about leadership, subscribe for more.